I know you've been waiting. This morning, we have more from our morning's mixtape conversation with the founder of the classic Motown group, The Temptations, and the great Otis Williams. He shared with us what it was like touring the South back in 1964 during segregation. And he told us about a powerful moment when the group saw firsthand how the country was changing.
Gayle, we were on a tour in 1964. We went to Columbia, South Carolina. Got to the auditorium. Now, this is with the Classic Five, David, Eddie, Paul, Melvin, and myself. When we got to the auditorium, there was a rope right down the center of the auditorium.
A rope.
A rope. Mm-hmm. Blacks on one side, whites on the other side.
That's what the audience looked like back then.
Yeah.
Wow.
When we got there, we said, you got to be kidding, really? So the Temps, we went out and did our thing, performed.
How did you feel doing that?
We had to concentrate on what we were doing, but we didn't feel happy about it.
Yeah.
So when we came back the second year, same place, there was no rope down the center of the auditorium. Blacks and whites sitting side by side, high-fiving, enjoying the music, and booty banging.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the sweat that we were perspiring, because it was hot, they would have seen five guys on stage crying.
Oh.
This past February, we were in Atlanta. And Derek, my road manager, said, Otis, there's a man out here who would like to talk to you. I said, okay, let me finish getting dressed. I came out, and we shook hands. He said, Mr. Williams, I am the little boy that put that rope down the center of the auditorium.
Otis.
He said, I wasn't raised that way, but
Yeah.
they made me do it. But I had to come and tell you.
This was a white man?
Yes.
Wow.
And I'm standing there like, wow.
So when you see the audience together and they're all dancing together, that brought tears to your eyes?
Oh, I still do, yeah. Music can be like a wonderful common denominator, and I've seen people get together, didn't care about the skin color, they were having fun. That's the power of music.
I was fascinated by that story, guys, because Otis said all these years he's always wondered, who put that rope there? I go, that's what you thought about it? He goes, yeah, because I was so deeply affected by that. So for the man to come to him years later and apologize and say, I'm so sorry, it wasn't, they made me do it, was very touching to him.
Isn't that a perfect example of how hate, segregation is taught?
Yes.
He said as a little boy, I didn't want to.
Exactly.
And years later, because it was still on his heart, he had to say it.
Yes.
Like, that's powerful. And that, I don't mean to cut you off, Tony, but parents that are out there teaching kids hate, racism, ideology, like, you are feeding into something that they don't naturally have.
Right.
People are born with love.
Right.
You have to teach hate.
Yeah.
But there's another layer of complexity, which is the kid said he wasn't raised that way.
Exactly.
They made him do it. That's a bigger cultural issue right there, right? That venue made him do it.
Well
the
said.
community made him do it.
And that years later, he's still affected by it.
Yeah.
Nate, I missed you yesterday because I wanted you to check out Otis's outfit.
Oh, I was clean. Otis is clean.
I mean, Otis is very clean, and Otis is still on the road performing.
Just like they always say, once a temptation, always a temptation.
That's what he said.